everybody. I'm Sean.
I'm Rob, and this is 10 Plated Talks.
Jazz hands.
Whoa. Unknown episode number.
Spirit fingers. 9? I think it's 9.
10, maybe?
Not 10.
No? Okay.
No, pretty sure it's 9.
Then I guess next
Yeah,
week.
we've lost track already, so when we get to double digits, we're fucked.
Pretty much. So, kicking us off, as always, got some great questions this week, which makes our jobs so much easier.
We don't like thinking.
Not really. The Empty Lord asked if I'd ever played Dwarf Fortress and that he would like to see me play it.
Well, that'll be an interesting proposition.
I have observed Sean playing Dwarf Fortress once. I walked in, asked what he was doing. He explained he had created a veritable prison system for his inhabitants, and then I don't know, I think I went to go do something else. So, no, I've never played it, but I will.
Prison system is a bit of a stretch. It was just that their bedrooms were very small. Considering I had to carve them out of solid rock, I think a small bedroom is understandable. You don't get a big bunk on a submarine. Not a lot of room.
And that's fine.
But I guess we could kind of do something like that. We've got something upcoming about Unreal World, actually. I guess we could work on a Dwarf Fortress thing after that.
Yeah, if that's what people want to see me play it, I'll be happy to play it.
Cool. Next up, Joe Winters had 2 questions. 1, he asked if we were going to play Demon Souls. The answer at this point is no. We don't have a PS3. Not
Nope.
even an option. Also, I think I need a break from Souls games after we get done with Dark Souls 2. Shit's turning me gray faster.
Now, if I guess we had a PS3, I might play Demon Souls.
There you go. Spread the misery around.
Yeah, but he also asked why I wasn't drinking in Dark Souls 2, and we addressed this in one of our Dark Souls videos, but honestly, the answer is, with Dark Souls 1, it was very easy. Every time Sean took a hit from his flask, I took a drink. But when we started Dark Souls 2, the flask was at, what, 2?
Well, when we got the flask, there was just 1 at first, and it's like, well...
Yeah, so what? And we spent a good chunk of the game without the flask, so it's... What am I supposed to do? And in our early videos, we asked. We couldn't come up with anything. We asked if you guys had anything, and...
Nothing really came of it, so...
Yeah, there was just no natural, cue for making it into a drinking game.
So no drinking. C'est la vie.
Well, no set drinking.
That's true. There will never be any kind of vaguely social event Rob participates in which doesn't involve drinking at all. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, that really, I can't even. But the banter guy said, if we had to choose a girlfriend from one of these films, which would you choose? And Sean, if you want to handle these names.
Kayako Saeki from The Grudge, Sadako Yamamura from The Ring, Asami Yamazaki from The Audition, and I can't pronounce this one, Typhani from The Bridge of Chucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking English. It's a hard name. Tiffany, for anybody who can't get through my obtuseness.
A good question for choosing creepy, thin-built Asian women. Not really my style.
You got Tiffany.
And yes, the problem is his question specifically mentions their personalities stay, if not their actions. And yes, she is built in the exact right way. But dear God,
you can't really get trashier. On the same vibe, you gotta rule out Asami Yamazaki, because even if she doesn't do the same thing she did during the movie, this was from The Audition, she's a psychopathic serial killer. That's sort of an innate trait, so that's a pattern that's probably going to be repeated. So let's rule that one out, I'm thinking.
I mean, in fairness, because we're not choosing the actresses, we're choosing their characters.
Right.
Sadako and Kyoko are both demon ghosts.
Right. Which is why I'm picking one of the demon ghosts. I'm picking Sadako Yamamura from The Ring because, depending on whether you specified the films, but I'm also reaching to the book for a little bit of background information. She's heavily implied to be some sort of demigod and is motivated out of vengeance. If I don't piss her off, I'm dating a pretty good-looking demigod.
And,
I'm going with it.
Yeah, and I have to say that's a great choice. Of the three Asian ladies, she is by far the best looking. But I'm going to have to go with Tiffany simply because you can silence her. There are ways to keep her from talking.
It's true. It's true.
So
can't really gag a ghost. I guess Asami could be silenced. It's just that she's proven to be very capable of murder. So probably not the person you want to antagonize.
Probably not.
So I'm taking Sadako. Rob's going with Tiffany.
I have to think Tiffany was thrown in there just for me.
I think so. Giving you a mercy. I'm gonna fuck up your username, but Vartius Zerotratus asks, "What's your favorite anime and anime type?" My favorite anime of all time is Love Hina, or Great Teacher Onizuka, depending on whether I'm in a good mood or a bad mood. If I'm in a good mood, I'll watch Love Hina and be happy. If I'm in a bad mood, I'll watch GTO and it'll make me happy. So there you go.
What's your favorite type, though?
Type, I tend to like slice of life comedies, like Azumanga Daioh is really great. Other than that, I also like shoujo anime a lot, unless it's made by Clamp, in which case, fuck Clamp. I hate Clamp. They blow and their chins are pointy.
For me, actually, right now I'm watching an anime I like a lot called Samurai Flamenco, which is not bad at all.
Please tell me it's about warriors who fight with castanets.
No, it's about a guy that wants to be like a modern-day superhero in Japan. So he starts off just as like a costumed vigilante, like Kick-Ass. And gradually, he just keeps getting better and better and better. And I'm not through it yet, but it's heavily implied in like the thumbnails. He gets a mecha.
Huh.
But I would say my favorite. See, damn, that's tough. Because the anime I've watched more than any other, without a doubt, hands down, is going to be Gurren Lagann.
Who the hell do you think I am?
Exactly. I love Gurren Lagann. Like, if you can get through the first 5 episodes and not, like, rip your shirt off and beat your chest with confidence, you will never have confidence. It's, on a side note, though, Pumpkin Scissors is also really good. No, I think my favorite type is shonen. And specifically, I like the shonen made by Jump, which is kind of like saying I like most of the anime that makes it onto American television.
There you go. Fair enough. 101 Terror Fiends asks, if you've seen it, what do you think of the new Godzilla movie? Ain't seen it, don't care, don't like Godzilla. Think it's dumb.
I think it... You know what? Here's the deal. As somebody that plays video games, and this is the same answer I gave about Avatar, I know what they can do with computers, and I'm not impressed when I see it on a movie. I'm like, yes, that's pretty, and the scale is nice. Seen it. You know, if you want to talk about, you know, giant monster, like kaiju movies, let's talk about Pacific Rim. You know, let's talk about something that did it right and with the kind of scale that really awes, and not... Let's talk about a movie where there's a giant dinosaur that's eating atomic bombs. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
But he also mentioned the 1998 Matthew Broderick.
The one where, God, that one was terrible too. I don't like Godzilla. Fuck it. Fun fact, I don't like kaiju, and I don't like mecha.
I like kaiju and mecha, and I like kaiju mecha, but... The Matthew Broderick film, I was 8 when it came out, and even I sat there in the theater, and there's this scene where they're panning across the buildings, and they don't know, like, they've somehow lost Godzilla.
Yeah.
And I go, it's going to jump out of that building. I was 8 years old, and even I could see that shit coming. And next thing you know, it shoots through the glass. And, because this is the mistake they always make with these movies. They did it with Cloverfield, for Christ's sake.
I was wondering if you were going to bring Cloverfield up.
You're supposed to be in awe of the massive size and staggering scale of this monster. And then, inexorably, at some point, it disappears in the city and nobody can find it.
Yeah, how the fuck does that happen?
And that's where you lose me. It's no. We'd have satellites, helicopters, predators, and every motherfucker in New York eyes on.
A crop duster in a biplane circling around. Something. You're not going to lose track of a fucking kaiju in a city. Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Yeah, and they do, and I'm like, I'm done. Goodbye.
Yep.
And again, that's why Pacific Rim, they don't lose them. They know right the fuck where they are.
It's that giant fucking thing. There.
Yeah.
So yeah, not fans of the new Godzilla movie.
No.
There's your answer.
Now, Gamer asked us our favorite Nintendo game ever. And to that, I don't know if you mean our favorite game that was ever on a Nintendo platform or our favorite game that Nintendo ever made. Sean, what do you got?
I got easy answers for both. Favorite on a Nintendo platform would be Earthbound. I believe that was Mother 2.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to play Mother 3. Didn't like it as much. Whatever. But favorite game made by Nintendo, the latest Super Smash Brothers. I loved Brawl.
You know, I am so tempted to pick a Super Smash Brothers because I think they're some of the most fun video games ever made.
Very fun. Great fun to play in a big group. Sort of like Mario Party, except you don't want to kill one another at the end of it because, oh, I had 10 fucking stars. Oh, no, here's the blue shell of death. Lose all of your stars and give it to that fuck over there who's been playing like shit all night. But he gets the win. Why? Because fuck you.
And you know, and that's Nintendo's strong point is Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers, games like that, games that anybody can play and have a good time at, and I love them.
Yep.
So, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!, I've said it a million times, fucking adore. Now, my favorite game that's on a Nintendo console, Mega Man. On my Game Boy. The first Game Boy game I ever owned.
Cool.
My favorite made by Nintendo, Ocarina of Time. That kind of adventure, that experience, that sticks with you. That's right.
So there you go. Nintendo. Yay! Even if they are somewhat antithetical to YouTube video production. Oh, did you hear they're offering a new program now? You can become a Nintendo YouTube partner, where in addition to YouTube getting their share of any ad revenue, Nintendo gets a share of the ad revenue, but now you can do Nintendo videos. However, if you're someone who's partnered with a multi-channel network, that means YouTube gets its share, your multi-channel network gets its share, Nintendo gets its share, you get like 10%. But we don't have all the details about the Nintendo program, but that may lead us to be able to do a Nintendo game sometime in the future. Maybe. We'll find out. At least Nintendo's
it's a step in the right
to
direction.
Find a system. Yeah. It's something. So, Harry Drake asked us if we could make any two fictional characters fight, who would they be and why? And he wanted us to keep from picking OP people.
See, and the thing with that is, OP is... I mean, the hero always comes out with something cool. And that's another reason games like PlayStation All-Stars and Super Smash Brothers is cool. It answered that question of, if Sly Cooper fought Nathan Drake, who would win?
Yeah. Well, it didn't answer that one, but you got
All-Stars did.
Fuck All-Stars.
And you know what the answer is? Whoever I'm controlling. That's who wins.
All-Stars just should have been called not Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Two fictional characters that aren't super OP.
Mm-hmm. I would kind of like to see one of the snakes from Metal Gear fight, say, Sam Fisher. Why? Because it'd go on forever as they both hide in the corner and try to creep closer to one another. And I wouldn't have to deal with it.
Spy versus spy.
Yep.
Well, and if you could and when you're talking any fictional, I mean, that's pretty cool, because I'd also like to see Michael Weston get in on that and just shoot both of them in the head.
Well, the problem with Michael Weston is he doesn't have the bullshit video game superpower stuff. He doesn't have the ability to wall run and do the splits to hold himself in the air like Sam Fisher does, even at age 50, which, calling bullshit. And he doesn't have all the crazy, ridiculous, the Japanese wrote it tech that Snake has. So he's just a guy. We can assume his buddies would help him, and maybe he'll have on a red suit and can just snap an explosion, but
he doesn't have those things because he doesn't need them.
I think he would need them against those two.
I would like to see, and it's funny that cause somebody mentioned this on our second podcast, a character from a book I love by Joe Abercrombie. I would like to see Logan Nine Fingers, and I would like to see him fighting Michael from from the Dresden Files.
The Knight of the Cross.
Yes.
Anybody who hasn't read it, Michael is he's a knight who wields one of the swords that has one of the nails of the crucifixion built in it, and he's an agent of God, and he's got a badass sword, and he lives in Chicago. Who'd have thunk it?
The thing is, they're antithetical to each other because whereas Michael is a man of peace who takes up the sword when needed and of a humble devotion, Logan Nine Fingers is kind of a slob and a limp dick until he gets angry. And then his, like, secondary personality takes over with this very hulkish, like, I am death and you are not but, dust before me. And I feel like they would have the most badass sword fight ever.
That could be cool. So there you go, Harry. Story time! I like to shoot zombies. Wants to know how you lost hearing in one of your ears, Rob.
It's this ear. This one. I was a
Left ear.
I was a camp counselor, and I was a lifeguard, and I had swimmer's ear like everybody. And I had to dive down. We had these floating pontoons, and one of them came unmoored from its anchor, which was just a concrete bucket. So I had to dive down and clip it back in. Not a big deal. It's down about 30, 35 feet, and because of the pressure, but the swimmer's ear, the pressure couldn't adjust. So my eardrum exploded.
Ow.
Yeah, everything goes white. I don't know which way's up. I managed to make it to the surface, and the world's just spinning. If you've ever had your eardrum pop, it is unimaginably painful. But because we had kids and we were out in the middle of nowhere, I really didn't get a chance to go to the doctor until that weekend. So I got to spend a week. Now, my beard is red and luxurious, ladies. But I would wake up every morning with this side of my face matted in blood. But my campers couldn't notice because blended in with my beard, so I could go scrub it off. I was also the archery instructor, which vertigo makes archery interesting. I'd be sitting like kids just downrange and nod at each other. Oh, fuck, I said nod at each other. Canoeing, basically you just throw your arm over the side and, oh, fingers are dry, gotta lean this way. Oh, elbows are wet, gotta lean this way. But by the time I'd gotten to go to the doctor, my eardrum had pretty much just turned to scar tissue. So it doesn't really vibrate the way it should. So things that aren't within like a conversational range, I can hear. But if somebody's over here just talking to me and I'm not listening to them or like aware of them, nothing.
So there you go. That's the epic tale of why I tend to sit on Rob's right.
Yeah, and like sometimes you'll see me put my headphones where it's over my left ear and this one's undone. That's so I can hear Sean, and whatever's gone on over here really doesn't matter.
He tends to wear the headphones that aren't adjustable audio, and I turn them up, and then mine has a volume adjuster on the headphone, so I just turn it down. So hooray!
Yeah.
Technology, bitches.
Speaking of technology, I've been thinking about this. There are some fucked up apps in this world.
Yeah. There's those apps that have been released every so often and hit the news where it doesn't do anything, but it costs $900 or something.
Yeah, the I'm Rich app, and
yeah.
It's and like 10 people buy it, so you make 10 grand. But
yep.
Well, I was thinking like they have apps that facilitate extramarital affairs and cheating on your significant other.
Ashley Madison was when I used to listen to Opie and Anthony back when I still had XM. Ashley Madison would advertise on it all the time. anybody doesn't know what Ashley Madison is, it's a dating site specifically for cheating on your spouse.
Yeah, their tagline's life short, have an affair. Right. But like there are apps that send text messages on a regular basis of a generic blasé nature to your significant other so that you don't have to worry about it. So it's like, you know, you set it to every hour send a text to your girlfriend. It'll be like, hey, darling, out with the buddies. Have a good night. And
that doesn't strike me as something that's going to work the way the people using it hope it'll work.
Well, yeah, because what if your girlfriend's like, you know, I'm feeling really sad. I wish you would call me. Well, now you've just straight up ignored that request. You're a heartless bastard.
Yep.
Because you say, well, I checked in with you. I told you what I was doing. Yeah, and then you ignored me.
Now you're dead.
Exactly. But, like, my phone has a weather app. And I am convinced that it is out to kill me. Because part of the weather app is it tells you the temperature, and then it gives you clothing suggestions. What would be appropriate for these conditions? And son of a bitch, but whoever programmed this thing has never had a southern summer. Because let me tell you, today it said it's 88 degrees, suggested attire, long sleeve cotton shirt, and blue jeans. And I'm going, are you fucking joking?
Did the app designer live in Equatorial Guinea, where that's a balmy day?
I don't know. I have no idea.
It is not chilly today. I walked outside and it was like the sun was just punching me.
Yeah. So, but then it'll be like, you know, 55, a cool day, not cold, but cool, breezy. And it'll say, you should probably have on a down jacket. And I'm going, you just want my fat ass to fry. That's what this is.
Damn.
Well, because the thing is, and this is something I've noticed, men don't have a lot of clothing options.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you want to talk about like formal wear. It's true there are different weights and materials of suit. Some are in winter weight.
But your option is a suit.
Exactly.
You are wearing a suit.
Like women for business casual can wear a blouse, a skirt, and sandals. What the actual fuck makes that fair?
Or they could wear a light breezy dress. Or they could wear a shirt and slacks if they so choose. But when I put on my absolutely fetching, mind you, mini skirt and try to walk around to the mall, I get looked at funny. That's some horse shit.
I've seen your legs. I know why they look at you funny, but...
Don't hate.
Oh, God! Those socks aren't black, by the way. They just look that way, but in comparison. Those are white socks.
Sun is bad for you.
But, like, and I'm not saying I'm one of those guys that wants to be able to wear, like, a kilt or something, but it would be nice if not like even cargo, but a nice pair of shorts and, like, some docksiders was acceptable summer dress for men in this season. You know, and down here in the South. I don't know what they do up north. I reckon they just wear parkas and say nasty, rude things to each other to keep warm. But down here it gets hot.
We pretty much wear a t-shirt and jeans until the depths of January. Then we'll put on a jacket.
And see, that there again, it's men just don't have the kind of clothing options that we need for reasonable climates.
All right, fair point. I completely concur. But I do want to wonder who sees 88 degrees and decides, damn, I need long sleeves.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is I looked at this and I thought maybe it's because of our humidity. Like, I'm told in places with zero humidity, 88 does not feel that bad because any sweat you produce is immediately gone and cooling you.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, think about it. In, like, Arabian countries, they wear long, you know, robes and long sleeves and...
to keep the sun off them more than anything else.
Exactly, but it's still very long, what would appear sweltering. And, yeah, if you tried to wear that shit here, you wouldn't make it from your front door to your car. But in a place where there's no humidity, you can get away with it.
Sweating is useless here in the South. It does nothing but make you wetter.
Yeah, there is no advantage. It just makes your clothes look gross.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
all right. Well, I think that just about wraps us up.
Special announcement.
Indeed.
We're doing a live stream.
That's right. You've been waiting for it. We're going to do a test live stream this Friday, which is
the 4th.
Yeah.
June 4th.
Well, no, tomorrow's the day you'll see this is the 1st, so 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. It's like the 5th or 6th. It's the first Friday in June. Jesus.
Okay, yeah.
And it's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern. We're doing this in the afternoon so that our European fans will have a chance to see it. We're just going to do a quick little 2-hour test thing. We're going to be playing Dark Souls and trying to do some PvP. Dark Souls 2, sorry. And we're trying to work out the bugs for when we do a bigger live stream that will put it more of a evening for American time slots. And if you want to know when we're going to do that, well, you'll find out on Friday's live stream, because that's when we'll announce it.
And that's the 6th, because any month that starts on a Sunday has a Friday the 13th, which is the second Friday.
All right. The Twitch channel is twitch.tv/tinplated. It's real easy. It's all one word. Go right there. If you check on it right now, I may or may not have updated it to our new logo. So you'll either see the little alchemical symbol for tin, or you'll see a letter T that looks vaguely metallic. Guess which one I made, and guess which one the Tinturn Art Major made. I'll give you a hint. Hers is the one that we kept, because mine looked like crap.
But yeah, so thank you, everybody, for the questions.
Yep, give us more, please.
Yeah, they make this doable. If there's anything y'all want to know, ask us. If there's anything you want to see, tell us. You can do it by Snapchat or Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. All of those, by the way, are just tin-plated. Yep. Search for that. There we are.
So like, comment, subscribe, circle us on Google+, which does make it much easier for us to respond to your comments.
Yes.
Follow, like, whatever it is you do on Facebook. Follow on Twitter, like he said, Instagrams and Snapchats. I don't know if there's anything else. No, we don't have a Tumblr. Screw you. We have...
I will not make a Tumblr. No matter how many people ask, the answer is no.
There is a tinplated.com, but right now all it does is redirect to the YouTube channel, because I don't know what to put on there. So there you go. I mean, I guess I could throw Drupal on the server and put up a blog or something, but I don't really know why. So if you guys have some idea of what you'd like to see on the website, give us a comment about that. And I'll see about doing it, because I have time to get some coding done this summer, so I may as well. But thanks for watching. We'll see you guys again for the podcast next week. In the meantime, enjoy the videos we put out through the week, and we'll see you guys again.
Bye, guys.